So you guys know that Cumberland Counseling Centers is a nonprofit that partners with local faith organizations. But one thing you might not know is we don't just offer clinical therapy. We offer things like groups and classes and workshops and seminars and everything for the community so that our community has better access to mental health care. And one of those things that we offer are these support type, therapy type groups like Restoring Your Heart. We've got a lot of other groups that we offer too, but today we just wanted to show you some folks who've been through a Restoring Your Heart group. We just want to share what their experiences were like, not just leading a group, but participating in a group as well, so that you can hear from their heart what that was like.
I think what brought me to the Restoring Your Heart program was that I have children who've experienced a lot of trauma, and I wanted to be able to deal with my own trauma so that I could best help them.
For me, several years back in the height of the pandemic, I went through a big struggle with anxiety, and I reached out to Cumberland Counseling Centers and got connected with a wonderful counselor that helped me process all the things that I was going through then, and a lot of things from childhood, and kind of uncover some shame patterns and thinking patterns that needed to be, needed to find healing in those.
I always felt less than throughout my life. And I always thought that was because my parents never gave us affirmation as kids. But then in one of our sessions, one of the other participants who had not known me ever before picked up on something, a few things that I had shared, where she said, "You know, Ellen, your parents did show love to you in their own way. For example, my mom always made a beautiful cake for my birthday. That stands out in my memory. But I think I knew in my heart always, well, at least as an adult, that they did love us." And having this almost stranger pick those things up and share them with me was very meaningful for me.
I think anytime you get a chance to really look deeply at how you grew up, you're gonna find patterns that help you understand yourself better. And doing it in community is extra great because you have this really safe place where you can say out loud these things that big or small, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter how they compare to other people's experiences. You get a place where you can safely share, here's what it was like for me growing up. Here's how I thought about things. Here's how we communicated in my house. And here's how I think that's affecting me today.
Yeah, and one thing we say a lot, at least in the therapy world, is a lot of times if you're finding that you're having some sort of wall between you and your relationship deepening with Christ, usually that wall is shame or that wall is trauma. So if you're ever in a situation where you cannot get closer to the Lord, it's probably shame or trauma. And that's what something like a Restoring Your Heart group will help you be enlightened to, in the safe arms of other people who are also wanting to be enlightened to their past.
I think one of the things that I gained so much from Restoring Your Heart was being able to accurately assess that some of the things my parents did were great, and some of the things my parents did were really kind of squashing my emotional well-being.
Sure.
And so I can learn from that, and then I can offer better to the people around me and to my family.
Yeah.
That's another benefit and challenge to Restoring Your Heart groups, is looking at it through the parent eyes as well.
All of us parents are like, I really want my kids' hearts to not have to be that restored. You know, we'd like them to be pretty healthy.
Yeah. But the truth is, sin and brokenness is a reality. So being real about it and digging into it is important.
With a Cumberland Counseling partnership as a part of your church, we will always have groups like Restoring Your Heart. And Restoring Your Heart is not just one and done. It's processing pain, it's understanding emotions, it's conquering shame. We also have groups like Grief Share, and we have groups like Breaking Every Stinking Chain and things like that we kind of do throughout the year. And we do it as these lay groups. So if Cumberland Counseling is something that you have as a part of your church, and you want to get involved in a group like this, then throughout the year, keep your eyes and ears out, because you'll have an opportunity to be in one of these groups.